Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Virginia here, and thank you so much for joining me today for another Happy Ruby Tuesday Design Team Project Share. And I really appreciate you joining me today. And I'm so excited to share this very beautiful kind of like blue gold journal that I created using uh, some of Heather's latest digital kits along with other beautiful prints from her previous like classic kits, which I will I have a list here. Okay, well, but I'll try to recall and list everything in the that I could recall in the description box. So she came up with this new kits, the fancy book covers, which I highlighted as the cover of this hardcover journal. There's Beauty, Milady, Madame, which has a lot of gorgeous blue, brown prints that I really love. And I know most of us love those colors as well. So let's get ahead. I'll talk brief. I don't know if it's gonna be brief about the book cover, and then maybe less talking on the inside, because I really don't have to talk to describe Heather's digital kits. So they're all so pretty and amazing. So what I did is I did hardcover book, and I used the fancy, just one print from the fancy book covers, but inside I use other prints. And what I did was with the book cover is I gilded, or kind of like hand painted it with gold. It's not a gilding wax. It says it's a, I think it's Creative Expressions polish that are metallic. Okay, it's kind of like a gouache. It's kind of like between watercolor and acrylic, because it it can be activated. But so this would be kind of like rough. It's not smooth. I have another gold gilding wax actually that runs smooth, but I use this. I prefer this for this particular color of the blue and the gold. Here is actually the original print in a smaller version. I couldn't. When I printed it, I had printed it the wrong size the first time, and so by the way, this is gonna be I think it's about a B6 size journal. And so that's what I did on both the front. It's a little grungy looking as compared to the actual print, but it's just so pretty. Okay, so it's not smooth, it's kind of rough. And same thing I did here on the back cover. And for the spine, I did a hidden binding, but I used a fabric that's kind of like blue, gray, brownish in color, but it doesn't have that gold. I don't know if it's visible in the camera. There's like gold specks, and I stitched those. I did running stitch into the fabric. It's kind of like a jacquard fabric, but it originally doesn't have the gold thread in it. So I embroidered it. Oh, it's just running stitch. I tried some other embroidery, but it doesn't look well, so I ended up with just running stitch, but it looks so pretty. Another special thing I did for this is this beautiful closure, which is a brooch. When I get a chance, I think I took some pictures on how I did this. Isn't it so pretty? So onto the side, I did an enclosure of the ever popular color kissed sari silk, and I picked this blue, golden brown um, color to kind of like complement the color palette of this journal. And then added some, I might have gone overboard with the trims, laces in this project. So let's get started with the flip through of the journal. I did switch to voiceover because I realized it's gonna be too long. Okay, so in here is the side of the book, and then the top. On the inside book cover, I did collage. It's a hidden spine binding, and I covered it with coffee stained lace, and then I collaged some really old vintage paper that I embossed with a little bit of that other gold gilding wax that I have, and it's just so pretty. Then I made a little pocket of that print from the botanist kit. I love that print. Um, I was trying to save all the images that I cut up the higher part with the blank space, and I collage it down there. But when I added the doily, it ended up covering the leaf. That's why I didn't glue it all together, so that it's kind of like a flip out. And then I printed a bunch of the Paris postcard in minis, and I backed them with maybe few or a couple different blueprints, maybe probably wallpapers. I have a couple of authentic French card ephemeras there, and I use a lot of vintage, mostly French. I think there might be some Dutch paper or German papers in there, and book pages. Um, so here's another image from the fancy book covers. I said earlier that I only use one image for the cover, but they have so many different uh, book covers that she paired up, so you could mix and match it and so on. And on this one, I also did the painting of the metallic paint, and it's like the regular linen Southward paper, and it's uh, thinner than the cardstock for the cover that I use, so the color seeped through, and I didn't mind it. It looks so pretty still that the green is kind of like see-through. That image is from the book club. The layers in this front spread is so pretty. There's just those little bits and pieces of trims that are just so beautiful. Okay, here's a little bit of an authentic wallpaper. This neutral print is from the one of the new kits. And then this is a wallpaper. I love the browns and the blue because my gold is brown actually. You know how I love the brown papers. And this one I also painted a little bit of the um, metallic paint. And then I use the Petit Strips. I print a page of that, maybe half a page of that. And I spread it all over. So you'll see a lot of that. You'll see me pointing out to it. Oh, this print is so beautiful. I printed it on a vintage paper, and it's so flames. I mean, it's quite thick, but it's breaking easily. So I doubled it up. And here's another the back of that blueprint with the tea lace, one of the tea lace. I use a bit of the tea lace prints here. There's another tuck with beautiful lace trim. Here's another vellum from, I think it's the tea lace also. Okay, some stenciling and collaged pieces of vintage or maybe even antique papers. Embossed tuck pocket there of an old paper as well. Some little trims. And then there's this mail, but it has a card inside instead of a paper letter. And I added a little trim. I think this print is from one of the newer kits. But I guess that little blue thing is from an older print. Here's another. This is an inside book page of one really old paper, and then it has an imprint of that previous print. Like they're next to each other, but I kind of like just glued them together because they're so brittle. This is one from my last project, the pressed flowers project that I did. I incorporated maybe a few of those cards that I made with the pressed flowers. Another authentic postcard. There's another one of that the Petit Strips. Here's another tea lace print. And for this, I think this is the second signature already, right? There's this image of people probably outside a library, and there's like a cart of books outside. Also, it's kind of like a book themed. I love this. Looks like a sketch, so I printed it over that image of the kind of like a library. It's another old French document. More laces, and I also use a lot of French trims and some more modern laces. I think this is from the Secret Garden. And I printed one of the creme brulee collage and used them because I like the neutrals mixed in with those. So another paper collage. Says a tuck there. Okay. An old French postcard. And this is an entire letter or correspondence. It's more like a business letter that I took apart the envelope and then put it back in a different way. So I might have to reinforce that because it's so brittle after I embossed it with that gold gilding wax. Here's another of my pressed flower project from last time. This might be from, I think, creme brulee. Another old French document. I think this is the last. There are three signatures. Three signatures, and this might be the last signature. Excuse me. This is a lace from one of the kits. So this is a newer lace that is in one of the kits. And this sketch, I printed over an authentic document, and then I collage it with one of the fancy book covers print, and I backed it with one of the like the basic vintage documents that's a digital, and I have a authentic French document as well as another print from the fancy book covers. It's brown, must have been brown and gold. And this one is another blue image print that I printed on a parchment that's kind of like see-through, and I printed a basic document print also. I was pointing, I did kind of like a four pamphlet stitch that I attached to it before binding it. I mean, after I finished, when I did the cover. So pointing out this document, authentic one, is from 1751. I had to glue them two pieces together. And I use a little bit of your creative studio stationaries, those plaid pattern. I like that it's brown. I had a few of that, and I've been forgetting to use them. And I made a little tiny envelope with that. The print that I collage it with is a William Morris drawing. And you can tell it kind of mimics the fabric trim. Another pretty collage journaling card. I'm pretty sure there's some blank space on the back of it. And then there's some pop of pinks and other colors there. There's a little trim of blue sequin. And this is a the smaller grid is an authentic vintage document, and I want to contrast it with something bigger. And I printed this calendar. It's her calendar kit, one of her calendar kits. And when I enlarged it, there's like an imprint of like floral sketches, and it's so pretty. It didn't show much. On the last page, I did a kind of like a linear ruffle. It's not the usual ruffle where we fold the strip of fabric. I just made a layer of like three fabric and then kind of like layered it. I like it that way. That's the last page, and that's the other side of that real old mail. So the inside cover, I did kind of like a flip out collage there of a real old postcard that is kind of like an office, and I printed the I'm showing here some of um my own handmade papers, one with a gold leaf, one is a hand painted oil of that forget me not, and an embossed one, and an authentic letter dated 22, let's say 1922. It's still so old. This is one of the fancy book cover prints, and that I think that's pretty much it. I said I won't be talking much, but oh, I was showing that the angel background stripe, which is one of my favorites, but I only printed it once because it jammed my printer and I have to stop. Otherwise, I might not be able to finish printing for this project. I still have bunch of ephemeras, and I am making a writing board. I didn't finish it, so it might be coming up for a next project. Yeah, that one. And I have a bunch more ephemeras that I didn't put in because I didn't want it to be an alligator mouth, but there's a lot of tucks in there in the book itself. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate you. I hope you like the video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and I'll try to get back with an answer. I know I've been very slow responding to comments, but I really appreciate all of you who write a comment, like the video, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. And have a wonderful day and happy creating to all of you. I'll talk to you in my next project. Bye now.